At one point almost made me lose my focus, but my ace in the hole was my base in the soul. Then I run back into you.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the L.U.V. podcast. You have your host here, L.U.V. Jones.
And it's your boy Drake.
And today we got a returning guest. We got our dog, Ares252. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, brother. My name is Ares252. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Sure.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. We appreciate you for being back, man. We appreciate you for being back, man. We get a couple guests back, but for you, I feel like there's a lot of like insight that we don't really get from the music industry. You know what I'm saying? So like having you on is always a pleasure.
Appreciate you, bro.
Speaking of like the music industry, Legitimate Industries, your company, tell our guests a little bit about like what that is and what you guys do.
So it's an idea that derived in college. My sophomore year, I went through a transition where originally I was studying electronics technology, but I transitioned over to journalism and mass communication. So someone who was working for the newspaper at the time, Courtney Pope, shout out Courtney Pope, she out there in the world. She came and spoke to our I don't know, it was like a writing class, news writing class, something like that.
Right.
That was our professor was the advisor of the newspaper. So this is before I got involved or whatever. So I'm trying to find my footing. And she was basically just giving us tips on like if you want to, start a business, or if you want to do something in the long run, you want to create something, to just go ahead and think about it and have your things together, your shit in order. Like mission statement, things like that, what you truly want to do. So even though you could do that, it still takes time to really figure it out. Like what I imagine Legitimate Industries to be back then isn't what it has grown to become now.
Right.
So originally I was looking to do media, film, music, and just create a more positive culture in hip hop, in a broad spectrum. Now it's more honed in on the media and music side, but not so much of film yet, which we'll get there. So
right. You got to start somewhere. It's
like we envision that everything will start to happen at once, and that's not the case. You got to like master certain portions or whatever. So sum it up, that was probably 2016. So by 2019 or 2018, I started making playlists. That was my entry to the world. I had logo made or whatever. And then in 2019, I did Pass the Aux, originally the original OG version of Pass the Aux, which was when I did the interviews with Slick and DLA in the car.
Okay. Oh, I do remember those. Remember.
The idea of Pass the Aux was for me to get in the car and literally pass my aux to somebody and, allow them to, play me new music or whatever, which was dope. Both of those episodes was really great.
Yeah.
I connected with DLA and Russell on a different level from those two. Like now, me and Russell, the last time I was home, it's like 3 a.m, and Burr recording the videos that he working on with the purple backdrop, and I wrote Lit Tonight. Literally one of those nights I was over there.
Oh, that's hard.
I wrote Lit Tonight while I'm over here writing, he over there recording, you feel me? So like it's really cool stuff like that starting to happen from having these relationships. DLA just shot at my brother's wedding too. So like those connections are being made. But now fast forward from 2019, 2022, I just released my last playlist recently. Not last, but solo for a second. I'm looking to curate playlists for events that really matter. And now that I have the show, I curate 2 playlists every week and I do a live. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still curating playlists, just not releasing them on Apple Music or Amazon Music and, promoting, that or whatever. Just trying to really get focused on what I'm doing right now. So currently, as it stands, Legitimate Industries, we have merch, legitimatestore.com. You already know what I mean. And I launched that with the help of Erp. Erp has been a guest on the show also. He gave me he gave me the blueprint on, how to get the merch live, and it took me maybe a week or whatever, and the next week I had my store already up and jumping. So it's been really beneficial. The support is crazy. having something tangible that people can really support really shows a different, you know what I'm saying, different side of things, you know, because you get, you know, words of encouragement from your homies or whatever, and that's cool. But the merch has opened up a door of support that I didn't even know I had access to. It's
Right.
a different way for people to show support. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, I didn't even know you was watching what I was doing for real. So
Yeah.
the merch is happening, and now I have passed the aux on amp, and it's a different version. So first I thought I was literally passing the aux, but now I'm virtually passing the aux, like literally adjusting with society. So
Yeah.
Right.
they have a new platform amp, and I really think it's dope. It's like you could create your own virtual radio show. I've had y'all out there,
Yeah.
but you know, I get the curator playlist live and I bring on guests. So on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern time, I bring on artists, you know, to share their new music. So if they have music on DSPs and it's on Amazon Music, I can bring them on and play it live, and then you know, discuss with them right there live on the spot. You feel me? While people are in the room, they could clap. They just added the chat in there so people could talk in there now, like Twitch. Um,
That's dope.
yeah. And on
Yeah,
Saturday,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. And on Saturdays, you know, I bring in different content creators, anybody that has something that they're advocating for. This previous week I had somebody speak on domestic violence and their experience with
Okay.
that. And that was the heaviest conversation I've ever had in an interview, dog. Like it was so crazy. So but that's what I want to do with legitimate industries is build that community so we can have conversations as such and not worry about disagreeing with Kanye so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's not important. If you agree with him, you agree with him. If you don't, you don't.
Exactly.
We're not trying to promote the demise of Kanye West, bro. Like, I don't want to. I don't care. But there's some real shit going on in the community, bro.
Nah,
Right.
for real.
I did a poll. Y'all know people don't participate in polls that much. I did one on Instagram and Twitter. 10 people that I know personally have experienced domestic violence. Did not know. Never asked the question. But it's a question that we don't think to ask, but it's like, yo, shit. And you look good. You know what I'm saying? You look good. You living your life, you know?
Yeah.
And I would have never known that. You know, I appreciate you for trusting me to just tell me that piece of information.
Right.
But yeah, it's true, bro. So that's what I'm trying to do with legitimate is swerve the narrative of hip hop that negativity isn't going to be our marketing tool. You know what I'm saying? I really want to create a family and a community from the ground up to instill hope in these kids,
Absolutely.
peers, in our communities, man. Like, especially from Black culture, just to show that it is possible to be successful and not sacrifice your morals,
That it is.
not sacrifice your conversation, and
Yeah.
not feel like you got to go and abide by whatever you know the system says we need to be discussing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do that and repeat that narrative. So that's what legitimate industries is, bro.
Bro, I wanna
That
before we
was
even
long
get
ass
anything
explanation.
else, man, nah, that was needed. I wanna congratulate you, bro, for
Thank
real. Like, just those conversations that you were saying, like we don't know how many people has gone through that, especially our loved ones, we don't know because we don't ask and we don't have these conversations. So I want to commend you for just trying to change the narrative around hip hop and things of that nature, bro, because we need that. We
Yeah.
need a light, like, and not look at rap as something as dangerous for real, because
But
a lot of rappers, what you were saying?
these Rico cases,
Yeah, like it shouldn't be that. You know what I'm saying? Rap is an art form, it's a form of expression. You know what I'm saying? And so I really commend you for going out here and having these conversations and building these platforms, bro. That's it's huge. And yeah, hats off to you, bro, for real.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
Yes,
keeping the focal point on the love for the music, the passion for the music,
Yeah.
and the how in 50 years next year will be 50 years for hip hop. How all of the opportunities that have came from that umbrella. You know what I'm saying? They didn't think hip hop was gonna last 50 years, you know. But now we end up in a space where we about to be the new jazz, literally.
yeah.
Yeah.
And right now, literally, if y'all pay attention, like negativity is the seller for hip hop right now. That's what they're trying to do.
Absolutely.
In retrospect, in reality, hip hop has created a whole new generation of legacies, you know,
Yeah.
Right.
for our families. And then low key is the key to us really getting our freedom. But it's not discussed in that way. You know, it's not covered in that way. That's not selling tickets. That's not gonna get clicks. But that's the truth.
Right. And it's unfortunate that it became that way because hip hop back in in the early stages was a powerful movement. It
Exactly.
was
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
powerful, and we
Yeah.
was taking in like those before us was taking in those messages.
Yeah.
And 50 years ago was not that long ago. Like um, both my parents are in their 50s, so like it's amazing how far hip hop has came and it's become the number one genre, I think, in the United States, if I'm not mistaken. If not across the globe, but I think in the United States it is the number one genre. So just and because it is the number one genre, I think what you're doing, trying to shed light on positive movements and things of that nature, I think we can flip that switch with people like you, bro. So yeah,
Appreciate it, bro. I just want to at least know my audience, and that's what I want my audience to care about. You know, I don't,
awesome.
respect the. I don't even want to say too many names, but respect to all of these artists. But I don't care about these relationships. I don't care about the diamond testing,
Yeah,
dumb shit that what I'm saying. Which is
absolutely.
cool though, but I don't care about none of that. So I'm just trying to build a foundation of people who are really passionate about it and trying to see the culture progress.
Yeah.
Right.
And to that point, that last point you said, like some of those things don't help or hurt us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the diamond test, make sure like testing out your diamonds, make sure they
Yeah,
real or fake. Like, all right, but did you? What's the message of his music though? You
yeah,
feel?
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
A lot of
So
these rappers be having things going on, but they don't even care to talk about it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
yeah,
Gunna had he got a store in his high school where they were putting, clothes and stuff like that in there for children. That wasn't, popular. But
right.
I'm test video gonna get more views than that joint, you know.
Right. And it's a shame, but
Also,
we definitely gonna shift the narrative. We definitely gonna shift the narrative.
one are gonna get out.
Yes.
I give it 3 months.
I hope so. I hope so.
They ain't got nothing to charge them with. They just gotta the documentation gotta fall through. But they ain't got nothing to charge them with. No witnesses.
Yeah. If he's innocent, I hope he do get out. You feel me?
Somebody gotta
Absolutely.
get out.
Anybody, yeah, if they're innocent, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, bro. And I'm so glad we got you up here today, bro, because we got a good one for everybody who's watching at home. We definitely got a
Yeah.
good one for y'all.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna get straight into it. So, of course, we three black men, and we all trying to build up our legacies, and and one day I know we wish to have families. I know Pat, you have a daughter, and so yeah, and that's just amazing. You being present in your daughter's life, and not only being present, you're there. Y'all have a great relationship, and that message needs to be pushed out more.
Absolutely.
um Absolutely, because we you see on Twitter and everything, they try to divide mothers and the fathers, you feel me? And it's kind of to the point where every time you get on Twitter, it's a conversation like that that's viral.
Right.
But however, the positive black male is being diminished more and more throughout. Like I think throughout time, like the positive black male is being diminished, and so I want to commend you for being a great father. I know that's just something that society just says you're supposed to do that, but we need to give people their flowers for doing the things that they're
Yeah.
supposed to do, but doing them in a great manner. So yeah,
Right.
I'm going to keep commending you for that. That's
Yeah.
huge.
It takes
And
effort, and a lot of people don't handle that free will. It's free will of decisions. You know what I'm saying? So there are a lot of people who will try to they want everything handed to them.
right,
In the position of being a father, I get it's not easy. but
Mhm.
you have to make an effort consistently. Me personally, I try not to guilt trip myself. Like I aspire to be a great father that I am. So anytime I feel like I'm like losing slip or something like that, I gotta make an effort to, what I'm saying? Like do something.
Yeah.
Make sure that I'm benefiting my child for the better in the future. Everything that I do, I'm looking at her future too. But not trying to be so focused on that side of things and be present for right now too is both. There's some fathers that are focused so far in the future that they forget about the present, and then the child looking at them right now,
Yeah.
like dang, bro, like I'm right here. I don't care about none of that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she don't know about that, but yeah, that really means a lot, bro. A lot of people don't say that, and I've learned to stop looking for it. After I got the nod from my brother and my mother,
Yeah.
I just stopped looking for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
Um,
sometimes like validation isn't a bad thing. Like having that, like just it boosts your ego. Like it's an ego boost, and
yeah,
boosting your ego in positive ways isn't like it isn't detrimental to like your mental or your morals.
right,
It just helps you. It gives you the confidence to like keep going and just to know that you're on the right track. Because
exactly,
sometimes like if you, it's like just making sure that this is something new and this is something that can be so impactful on someone else
right,
that you're just looking in the right direction.
right. Nah,
Absolutely. And like I said, I know and it's kind of sad though, like that I know you said that you stopped looking for that validation, but like I said, I'm gonna keep commending you for every time I talk to you for real, because I just spoke with my dad earlier today, and and I was just we just had this conversation where like, we apologize for, what I ain't gonna say the lack of relationship, but for what's the good word? Basically, I just apologized to him if I wasn't more of a present son and not wanting to spend time with him. And what I'm saying, he apologized for how things was. So that allowed us to, hash it out over the years. And I'm so happy that me and my dad have a great relationship now. I can call him, I'll chop it up with him about anything, so
that's beautiful, bro.
That's cool.
That's
yeah.
a lot of
It
my
takes
friends
that.
are doing that. A lot of my friends are doing that. They're building relationships with their fathers, and I love to see
Right.
stuff like that, especially when they didn't have the best relationship, growing up. They're making amends and moving forward. I think that shit is very beautiful, bro,
Yeah.
for our community.
We should. Like we all should because we gotta think the decisions that we making right now, we're gonna look back on them and be like, yeah, nah, I shouldn't have did that. I should have did that. I
Even at an
should have did
older
it,
age,
dog.
we thinking
Yeah.
But
that stop after like 15. Like, nah, we still doing some,
we still doing some wild things that like we could have made more um like the decisions that we made could have been better thought out
right,
Yeah.
instead of more impulsive. Because right now we're trying to get to it so quickly. Our thoughts and our actions are happening faster than what they should be.
right,
Yeah.
And it was happening for them the same way. Like, just think, like, for our parents, they had us, and then they're going through the things that we're already going through.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
so it's like, oh snap, they really didn't know what was going on. They was trying to move and shake. Look, I just trying to make sure you don't die. Like that's
Yeah.
it. Like for real. Like let's make sure that like that was more so their mindset, especially for our parents, being the ages that they are. Their mindset was a lot different than ours. We're trying to build better relationships with our kids because we understand the mental challenges that we had later on down the road and how it affected us from our childhood.
Right. That was my dad. And then also, I like to point this out as a father. Like y'all will understand, but like, there's no, there's no greater fear than Kevin Hart spoke about this, but having your children by yourself, like and just being responsible for their well being. Like, you do not want that child to go back different than the way they came. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's
Yeah.
your child or not, okay. If it's your niece, nephew, you do not want that baby back.
Yeah.
any different from the way they came. The fear that goes through your body with the slightest thing going wrong, yo. But and that's how what like my dad was very like the I wouldn't say the strict parent. Like if I asked him, he'll let me go. You know what I'm saying? But like when it came to certain things, like he would really be like, you know what I'm saying? He was to text me when you get home, parent, like
Yeah.
all the time. So every week I'm going out in college, he was like, text me when you get home. Like, let me know you got home. That's all I need to know. I need to know you alive. Like, don't even worry about calling me. Text me. So I was like 65% from the field on that. You know what I'm saying? Telling her when I got home, bro. But I get it though. I get it though. He just wanted to know I made it. I made it home safe. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's important, just the presence of a father, you know what I'm saying? It does so much to help shape us as people we are today, you know what I'm saying? Like the relationships that of having that father around is it does that's why like most like in a perfect world it would be mother, father, child, you know what I'm saying? Or children. And because they need each other, you know what I'm saying? Um, Kids, we need our moms for nurturing, we need our fathers for stability, you know what I'm saying? And we can still get some nurturing from our father and we can get some stability from our mom too. But you know what I'm saying? That's because there's no, I should say, like, I guess role, but um like we need our parents, and I want to like whenever I have kids in the future, like I want to be present with the mother, and I want to raise the child so it can like that. I feel like that is the way it should be, bro. Because
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Agree.
Speaking on that, like marriage is one of the biggest things that can like help with that like foundation. A lot
yeah,
of people don't like you don't necessarily need it. Like personally, this is what I think. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I don't necessarily think you need to be married. I do think that you need to have a healthy two-parent a two-parent household.
yeah,
Something. Like, you need to have both parents present and
yeah,
nurturing that child, no matter if y'all are married or not. And it does help for y'all to be in the same household. Like it does. Like I'm not gonna cap. If y'all being in the same household just gives that kid that much more structure. And that's what we should be building like right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should be
absolutely.
building like those type of things. Just making sure that both parents are present and openly present.
When it
Hmm.
comes to my baby, I feel like that is the sort like that's the foundation of our whole bond. You know what I'm saying? It's like me and her mother have a great relationship, like as far
Right.
as and then discussing what we want to do with her as far as her moving forward. But seeing the bigger picture that you have, it's like developing a product, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like now we're not seeing her as just like a cash cow. We want the best for her and what she
Right.
wants, but we want her to gain the best out of what she wants.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Uh, so that conversation is important, that dialogue and that communication, but
Mm-hmm.
also just doing our best and seeing the bigger picture also at
Yeah.
the same time. So developing those things, like being the best individuals we can be in order to put her in the best position in the future. That's
Yeah.
something that a lot of people don't think about. Everybody be out here winging it, bro. I don't
Hmm.
think there's no like there are parents that are great, and a lot of great parents just put the effort in, you know what I'm saying? And that's the
Right.
same thing with marriage. You know what I'm saying? Put the effort in, and as long as you have that communication on the bigger picture of what entails our marriage, we will be fine. But social media got us in this zone where we feel like we have to abide by these rules. And
Right.
if you lean a little bit to the left, you're wrong. If you lean a little bit to the right, you're wrong. Everybody got to have a wedding. All the girls got to go on the trip, the bridal trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all these things are becoming a formula now. Everybody got to have a video recap of the wedding.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
Right.
crazy, bro.
Yeah. Because like, and I'm glad you touched on that because I feel like social media has like I talk about it all the time. It's a gift and a curse. And like I know as far as marriage, I know people want this perfect image of how it's supposed to go because they seen it on social media multiple times and they like, oh, I want to have this, I want to have that. Whole time they forgetting about the purpose of marriage is to be bonded with somebody, you know what I'm saying,
Um,
forever, like the love. But
yeah,
you like, you know what I'm saying, but trying to have good optics for some validation from a phone, you know what I'm saying? Like it's I just feel like sometimes I be wishing like if I could just get one day to go back in time to see how it was without social media. Cause I was a kid and I vaguely remember how times was without social media, but I was a kid. But it's because I want to have a wedding, you know what I'm saying? Well, marriage, I should say, not really a wedding, but a marriage. And you know what I'm saying? Cause I believe that every black man need a strong woman by their side. You know what I'm saying? Every man needs a strong woman by their side,
back.
and especially with raising a kid, y'all should at least, even if whatever happens between the mother and the father, for like having a set foundation on how to raise the kid on what you all do, um, will make it so much easier. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are in agreement, and it's kind of like a yin and yang with having a strong woman by your side. If you slacking, she gonna be there to uplift you, encourage you, and push you forward with whatever you're trying to pursue, and vice versa. Sometimes we just need that partner. So I feel like marriage is definitely great, and sometimes like I feel like social media kind of deters that from, oh, it got to be perfect or it's going to end in divorce or something like that. And instead of just thinking about being present with the person. So,
Right.
yeah.
No,
But
that's true. I think compromise is the biggest portion of it. Like at the end of the day, we all have to figure out a way to compromise, and there lies that sense of loyalty and respect under there. But compromising is a big piece of it. And I think a lot of people refuse to compromise, and that's what
mhm.
stirs them into. But you also gotta be held accountable for what you're trying to get people to compromise with. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be
Yeah,
that you expect somebody to deal with your bullshit. Like,
exactly.
It's real.
accept my flaws. Like,
It's
nah,
real.
bro. We
It's
all here.
like, yeah, but
Yeah.
like let's work on them. Like
Yeah,
we can work on
let's
them.
work
Like
on
what?
them. Yeah,
Be
exactly.
honest. It starts with being honest with yourself and holding
It
yourself
does.
accountable. Your shit stinks, okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Realize that, and a lot of people don't, and that's why there's such a high rate of divorce. A lot of people's like, "Oh my God, there's a high rate of divorce, bro. Fuck all that. What are you gonna do?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get
yeah,
scared now because a lot of people can't handle that. Everybody not gonna be great. Same way with a career.
yeah,
Everybody not gonna be MJ. But
yeah,
Yeah.
matter. What are you doing to compromise, hold yourself accountable, and maintain that tone of sustaining loyalty and respect at the same time? That's all it is.
that's
It ain't
100%, man.
perfect, but
Yeah,
hold yourself accountable when you fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Hold yourself accountable, but be willing to compromise that, you know, um, everything that you say might not go. Every situation shouldn't be handled the same way. A lot of alpha men, and I'm gonna just discuss the men because I'm not gonna speak on women. But a lot of alpha men, it's like this is how it needs to go. Like, bro, your idea might not be the best idea all the time. It's
yeah,
simple, like having directions in the car, bro. With
yeah,
Google, have you ever seen like certain men like how they, you know what I'm saying, how they
yeah,
handle other people trying to run, or
yeah,
have that sense of control, they cannot handle it. You got to compromise control too. Like
yeah.
So
everything is up for grabs when it comes to compromising. It's a true partnership just to go through life. You know what I'm saying? And we get so frustrated and we act out that frustration
yeah.
instead of just being calm about it. You know what I'm saying? And moving in the right way.
No,
Marriage is looking
That's
scary, but
real. That's fair.
it's not
yeah,
as scary, bro.
That's
You just
fair.
gotta find your match, And
Yeah.
match isn't physical all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's really
Right.
mental. It's really the souls have to really be intertwined.
It's
Like,
an energetic feeling. It's
yeah,
an energetic match. Yeah.
yeah, like communicating shouldn't be hard with that person.
Yeah.
It
At
shouldn't be
all.
hard. Or you should want to have that drive to want to, you know what I'm saying, match their expectations or, whatever it is. Like you want to put that energy behind it.
As long as it's healthy.
Exactly.
As long as it's healthy. Now, if and
Healthy
I
bond.
agree with that because like I don't feel like if somebody is trying to control the relationship, as far as a man now, speaking men as a man, like as far as just trying to control the relationship and have her do X, Y, Z, how you want it to be at the exact place and time, whatever,
Yeah.
like it's sometimes like you gotta realize, first of all, your partner is their own person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
They have their own purpose in life. And so y'all have to find a balance of pursuing those dreams,
Right.
and picking each other up whenever you all are having a tough moment.
Right.
And if your partner is slacking, you have to find a way to, I guess, push them in a direction that they want to go and not what you want to to do for them, I should say, because you might think you know what's best for a person, but they need to figure it out on their own, and
Right.
you need to help them
Right.
figure it out
Right.
on their own,
Right.
because
Ain't no
trying to
need to be
control
like
somebody
spinning
is crazy.
circles.
Right.
Right.
I
Because
feel
you'll be sitting there like just chasing your own tail,
yeah.
really trying to like help them do something that really isn't what they should be doing because they don't even know what track they should be on.
Right.
So it's always important, like we've been talking about like on this podcast today, foundation. Like foundation. You need to create a foundation first and then move forward from there. Just like you said, your mission statement is your foundation. You start from there and then you keep forward.
Exactly. I think I also feel like expectations, ruin a lot of things. Like we get so bought into expectations. Like a lot of people don't understand that they expect um their significant others to be like derivatives of their parents. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I don't want to marry my mom. You know what I'm saying? I want
Yeah.
to I want to marry something new that I've never seen before,
Right.
but that I feel inspires me to evolve. And a lot of people are afraid of that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They want they want to be comfortable. And yes, we want to be comfortable, but also there's a sense of discomfort that comes with growth that a lot of people
Absolutely.
are not willing, like so
Yeah.
that's why men just want the women to cater to their needs. And that's why women are doing the same thing. They want their like derivatives of their father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They, I just want you to make sure I'm getting everything that I need. It's like that ain't what this shit about.
Yeah.
It really ain't. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it back to the men because I don't want no beef. I don't want no smoke after this pod, and I know y'all don't want no smoke neither. But
No,
for us, we
it's too
can't.
early it's too
Oh,
early in the
learn
pod.
how to cook, my nigga. Learn
This
how
is
to
not
cook.
all the smoke.
Yeah.
Learn how to cook. Don't get mad that day you come home, or you might come home for a week and Shorty ain't cooked for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to you talking about women having children and she working too. If you expect that woman to work, you can't expect that woman to cook all the time because you know how exhausting this shit get.
Man,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
we don't apply that. We like, damn, like I get off
Right. I'm doing all the working right
my
now.
nigga, learn how to cook, bro.
Yeah.
Because when
Yeah.
you alone, you gonna need it. When she go on vacation, you gonna need it. And when you get home and ain't nothing there, you gonna need it, bro.
Yeah.
When you depending on somebody for something in that life, it brings a sense of like it just makes you dependent and like desperate almost.
Yeah.
When it comes to that form of your life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another example, like if you have long hair like Drake or myself, you know what I'm saying? Mike too, you on your way. I see you, brother. But like let's say
Used to.
Drake.
For the third
Yeah,
time.
exactly. He like
Yeah.
been there, done that, nigga. But if Mike was to have, Drake was to have a significant other, and he was getting his hair done or something like that, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got to pay that fee to get his hair done. It's very expensive out here, very expensive. Like I
Yeah.
paid over $100 just to get my hair twisted one time. It was a twist out.
So-
Never, I won't do it again, but it felt good. You know what I mean? But anyway, but that inconvenience. Let's say your girl wasn't able to do your hair for a week or that month or something like that because she going through some shit, and then you like flipping it, being selfish, just looking at the inconvenience and not really understanding why what is it that's hindering her from being available for you.
You're right.
That's a different type of you gonna get a different type of energy from women when you operate like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's real what they call it, BDE. And I'm not gonna say it because I just don't like the phrase coming out of my mouth. But pause. But you know what I mean? Like they gonna be like, oh my God, like what is it? Like what's going on? Let's figure this out. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
assisting with exercising and helping them. And you want to build that culture in marriage, I feel like, and you want that shit reciprocated. That's where I'm at right now. That's the energy reciprocated. Fuck money. Like money gonna be a thing, you know what I'm saying? We do want that to be. I want you to have something that you can call your own. That isn't just me. You know,
Right.
I want you to have a legacy of your name. You know what I'm saying? Like there is Martin, but nigga, there's Coretta. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That is what I want personally. A lot of people don't want that. But I think we blur the lines of compromise because whether it's a male or a woman, like men just want women to cater to them, and we like to feel appreciated too. But make sure you putting that work in. Also, I got an older cousin, and I close it up with this. I know I'm a rambling a little bit, but I got an older cousin, and it's been a conversation because Kevin Samuels has really started dialogue in the community though on low key, like people not talking about it. But my cousin is older. He's like, he wants the wife to serve him. You know what I'm saying? He want to build a family. He don't want her to work. He just wants her to take care of the kid or whatever. I'm like, bro, like, you really want her entire existence to developing your home, my nigga? You don't think about it like that. Like how,
That's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Yeah.
Where do you find happiness and joy? You know?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying go write a book. I ain't saying go lead the lead the revolution.
Yeah.
But everybody, you got to have a hobby. You got to have something that you at least a community garden, something.
Yeah.
Something, bro. Something.
Yeah.
You can't just be home making sure this house smell like bleach, washing all the clothes and cooking every day and feel like your worth is there. You know what I'm saying? And then the day that nigga come home and his plate not on the table, it's gonna be a problem. Because
Yeah.
that's only responsibility. So he gonna expect you to hold yourself accountable and make sure that plate is on the table every day. Like, no, let's not do no.
That's too much. Like,
Learn how to cook, nigga. Learn how to wash your clothes, nigga. Learn how to keep your house clean.
Exactly.
If you're not available, you can fill that cup, my brother.
Yeah.
Vice versa. Can't
For
nobody
sure.
have one role. I don't believe everybody can have that one role and stick to it all the time. Like
No.
maybe taking the trash out, cutting the grass, certain things, you know what I'm saying? Certain things like that. But when it comes to, food making financial decisions, those things of life, staying home and watching the kid, things like that, that's gonna have to rotate sometimes. And I don't think people understand that. Anything that takes energy and it has to consistently be done, it's gonna have to rotate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Everybody gonna have to take turns of being the rock of the family, because that person, if you're consistently being the rock of the family and that source of energy all of the time, over time, brother, come on now.
It's
'Cause
gonna
we know
drain somebody. It's gonna drain somebody because like it would drain us. You know what I'm saying? It would drain us. Like that's what I'm
right.
easily, just as
Let's
easily.
be realistic. The
Yes.
general ceased a long time ago. I think things that require a certain amount of strength, and muscle, whatever you want to call it, sure, let's do that. Cars, shit like that, yes.
Yeah.
But other things, we need to be willing to compromise, and we need to stop acting out of frustration due to inconvenience, and really know your identity before you create a union.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's huge. Y'all gotta know how you gonna set the foundation of your family. You know what I'm saying? Of the household.
You gotta have some values, bro. You gotta stand on some values, bro.
Yeah.
Got
Absolutely.
to.
Got to, man. Got to. Like a lot of us, didn't have anybody to tell us what those values were in order to create a sustainable family.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's pretty much what you're trying to do, a healthy, sustainable family. That's
Yep.
what I want.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like being there, they just like, you got to be there. What does being there mean? Being there means like emotionally, physically, like spiritually, just being there for your entire family, man. Being the protector, the provider, and also being like the person who can counsel your family, like your kids, your wife. Like be open for your wife being able to counsel you also because you don't know everything. Like
Yeah.
Exactly.
it takes, like we say, open communication, but open communication really is open communication. Like
Yeah.
you have to be willing to be like, okay, maybe the way that I'm trying to do this isn't right. She has a better way. So let's try this way. If it doesn't work, we can both be like, hey, look, that wasn't that way. Let's try to figure out another way together instead of blaming each other for something not working. Like
Right.
just
Right.
work together for the better cause.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah. I think y'all hit the nail on the head for real. Yes.
That is another conversation that need to be had from that
Yeah,
perspective.
man.
I haven't seen it be discussed in that way.
Nah, for real. Is we have to have healthy compromises with anything. We can't just 100% always be your way. And that's with life, that's with going to work, that's with driving the car. You might, like,
Mm-hmm.
Lord forbid, you know what I'm saying, your car gonna run out of gas. You know what I'm saying? Your car, your wheel alignment, you know what I'm saying? You would love to drive your car forever, ever without having to pay
Oh, wheel
for
alignment is
gas.
wild.
Yeah.
You better
You know
get
what
that
I'm
tune
saying?
up, brother. You better get
Yeah.
that tune up.
Everything is not gonna be 100% your way, how you know what I'm saying, how you want it to be. And so, that's called life. And so having a healthy compromise and not expect someone to be perfect and then you can mess up is not
Yeah,
like that.
man.
Doesn't make sense. You can make mistakes, but when somebody does the slightest thing that you don't want them to do, yeah, that and you go crazy, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I believe and I think this is where I think a lot of people fuck up in this instance. Like when it comes to inconvenience, that's when you know how somebody truly feels, I feel like. And a lot of people force that playing these games and when they're in the dating phase or whatever, like they force an inconvenience to see if people gonna bite on and keep playing. It's like
Right.
mental warfare. It's low key like mental abuse, but people play around like that, and
Yeah.
it doesn't always happen in their favor sometimes. But that is how you know. I feel like how people really who they really are, and you get a great sense of it. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to take advantage of it if they are willing to deal with inconveniences
You
more
know what
often.
I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. You
yeah,
have to be aware, like just having a type of awareness in
Mm-hmm.
situations with someone is key. Like you might have said something to like a previous partner and that might not have affected them, but you say this to a new partner and that's not how they roll. You know what I'm saying? Like you might not can't say that to them, and y'all got to have that communication off rip.
Right.
Like not letting things fester like in your head is key. Like you have to address situations when it happens. If you don't, they just get worse. They get worse on you because you feel like you gotta snap on them to get them to change, but the whole time you never said it was a problem.
right, absolutely.
I have
Communication.
a
Oh, I was just gonna say,
yeah.
communication is not only like important, is like really the thing that can make or break any relationship
Yeah,
is communication. Not communicating like boundaries and not communicating like when you're upset about something, you're trying to hold it in, like not
yeah,
address it so y'all can hash it out and so y'all can move forward.
yeah.
That's one thing I've learned in my relationship now. Because I am young and I'm used to and that's not an excuse, but I was used to holding it in. I was always the friend that hold everything in, and
Right,
and just sweeping it on the rug the whole time I feel a certain type of way.
right.
And so addressing that,
That's a great
hashing it
point.
out, and moving forward.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Right now, we've talked about compromising. We've also talked about communication. We've talked about awareness. What's another value, Pat, that you think we as men should have in order to create these sustainable futures for ourselves?
Ooh. We're you said awareness. What were the other ones we have already?
We got awareness, we got communication, we have oh God, I just said it. Why y'all do this to me? You're not supposed to make me repeat it. This is not how the podcast go, boy.
Well,
But-
something I feel like we didn't say was vision.
okay.
Have a vision for yourself, and whatever that
That's
looks
real.
like.
Jesus.
Yeah, have a vision
Yeah.
for yourself. And I think we have to think, as Black people at least, I feel like we always have to think about legacy because we're catching up.
Yeah.
However you look at it, economically, spiritually, it's a lot of things that we're just now learning in this generation that we should have knew
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
time ago. We
Right.
should have been aware of.
Decade.
But I'm grateful that the conversations are happening. But I think this is the generation where we're beginning to actually, by action,
Ooh.
catch
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So have
Absolutely.
that vision for yourself, but always have a goal in mind that will be able to linger on into the next generation.
Yeah.
See, for sure.
Absolutely.
All need to have something either that we own or that we contribute to our communities that at least the mission is for it to be pressed on into the future.
Right.
That's important. I'm glad you mentioned vision. I want to harp on that a little bit more by saying like having a vision and having ambition to chase your vision,
Come on
because
now. Poetry.
you feel me, like, bro, like I feel like as a man, forget that, like as a human being, we should be naturally ambitious. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I know society has, you know, I ain't gonna say society in the whole, but like how you're raised in different environments, you might not be able to pursue your passions, and like the environment might strip away your curiosity and things of that nature. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's very important to be ambitious and to have a drive to want to chase after those ambitions.
Right.
And seeing yourself with the vision, seeing yourself in the end goal, and to have the persistence not to fail. I mean, not to give up when it doesn't work out the first time,
Right.
Right.
or the second time, or the third time,
Right.
and having the awareness to change it up if it's not working. And so that way you're not making the same mistake over and over again.
Right.
I know that was.
No, you good because like you gotta like I started equating things to like nature.
Yeah.
Like if you think for 1 second that lion, if he missed that gazelle 15 minutes ago, 30 minutes later, you think he not about to go find another gazelle and go eat?
Right.
Yeah.
Man, you better go eat. Like that's what
It's
I'm
life or
saying. Man.
death.
You better go eat. Like you better
Yeah.
go figure it out. Cause if you don't, then you're gonna starve. You can't be
Yeah.
out here starving. Like we as a people, we've been starving for too long. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's time for us to be able to create the same foundations that these other people had. You know what I'm saying? Like these other platforms had.
Another thing is purpose,
Yeah.
With your vision, you gotta have a purpose for your vision. And I think that'll help with the persistence that Mike was speaking of also, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool to have a vision, but your vision should have a purpose underlying below it that should give you a reason to want to go for that vision.
Yeah.
I've been in a book club with, PJ or whatever, Tar River community.
Shout out PJ.
Shout out to GOAT. But something we're speaking about is like identifying a gap that you see, whether it's culture, society, your community, however, identifying the gap and looking to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
There you go. That's your purpose right there. You know what I'm saying? Like Stacey Abrams, I think she identified a gap with something like, I think Black people involved in tech and space or something.
Yeah.
But let's use that as an example.
Yes.
In her company, focuses on that, you know.
Right.
That's what she's looking to do to, bridge that specific gap. I think literacy is something that we struggle with in the community. So that is why he has created the book club and the chess club. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing to bridge those gaps.
Yeah.
Mine is positivity and hip hop culture. It's missing right now. We aren't as grateful as we should be for what is existing right now in the present. We're not appreciative of what's in the present. We don't appreciate Drake and LeBron enough. I'm bridging that gap.
Yeah.
It's real.
Also, appreciating those, like, of course, like the figures, like people like LeBron, and also appreciating the ones like you, like Drake, like what are y'all doing for the community? Like, bro, it's huge. Like I want to shout both of y'all out, and I'm gonna shout out Drake right here because like you, Pat, helped me link up with Drake, and we all from the same area, and Drake has been like one of the most influential people as far as like helping me become the person I am today. Because shoot, I remember sometimes like we even just come over. I'll come to his crib. He'll come over and lose in 2K or whatever. And
We gotta put it in there.
Yo, that's weak. That's weak.
While he losing, yeah, and while he losing, we'll begin to chop it up about like different. Throw that in there. Y'all don't really like. I should read like playing in esports somewhere. Like I'm really like that in 2K.
All right, bro. We gotta.
That's a different conversation.
Cut it.
But just the times that he came over here and I'd probably given him an idea like every single day since I met him about just the clothing line, just other ventures that we was looking to get into. I probably taught him about doing this podcast maybe 2 years before doing it. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have the process, but him being an instrumental friend to let me know, all right, if you want to do this, you gotta do this, this, and that first. And me, I had over time I learned I can't just get to Z. It's steps to get from A to Z. It's steps in between. And Drake was a person that really helped me see like, all right, bro, I know you want to do this, but you have to do this first. You have to do that first. You have to do that first. And it helped me calm down that instant gratification of just trying to get to that point Z. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
So I appreciate you, bro. And
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just try to help y'all as much as I can. You know what I mean? Because I know there's, like Pat said, we got to bridge these gaps.
Yep.
Like we got to bridge the gaps, and any gaps that I can help you guys with, like at the end of the day, like I'm gonna be a part of it too. So it's like I'm also just as invested as y'all are as y'all friend. So I'm always like interested to see what y'all got like going on.
That the umbrella that is being created right now from our hometown is much needed, for reasons as such, great things are coming from our bond that's all linked to different people in a circle. We know the circle, it's a lot of people, but growing. It's growing. The last room I was in at the crib, and I was list names because people cool, whatever, but PJ had a book club and he had wine, and it was PJ, but Rochelle was in there, I was there, Kaz was there, Chevy was there also. I'm saying, so it's like popping out, and you know what I'm saying, and then Chevy's big brother Donna Visa just sent me a single yesterday. Was like, yo, can you premiere this on your show? You know what I'm saying? Just tough songs. So like we need that to happen. That unity needs to continue, because look at product of what a little bit of collaboration and unity can do for us. You know what I'm saying? We motherfucking platforms. Like we doing it.
Really collaborate. the collaboration is like it's something that really is mind blowing, honestly, because just growing up, it wasn't this like it wasn't no collaboration, and now we are bridging the gaps, and it's crazy that I always view myself as an outsider, like but y'all included me in that conversation, and it just like, man, I'm so grateful to even have known y'all, you feel me? And because we need a lot of people don't have friends like this. A lot of people don't have ambition, like I said, ambition to even go out and try to pursue these things.
Right.
And so you all are definitely instrumental in bridging the gap. And what I'm saying, hats off to y'all, bro, for real.
I wonder who's the first person to, diminish their ego, you know what I'm saying, in what we have now. Or was it just over time? I think it was multiple things happening. I feel like that's why collaboration doesn't happen often. But yeah, I'm really curious to see
Not
who.
sure. We don't have. What I will say, we don't have enough um social media or present like face leaders on the local level
Yeah.
that are doing the same thing as their bigger counterparts. Like we see Jay-Z and his philanthropy, but we might not see Pastor Johnson and everything Pastor Johnson been doing for the last 20 years for
Is
his
that a real
community.
person?
Nah, just saying, just in
But
general.
we always there's this me and Dez got this inside joke. What we call the nigga in small towns that be doing everything, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson could be the fireman, the preacher. He could do your wedding and be the photographer for the wedding. Like Mr. Johnson is just that nigga, bro. Look, the building owner for the where they gonna have Club Renaissance at, his name Mr. Johnson. It be funny shit like that, bro. It be some of the times, bro. I be like, fuck, yeah, really, Mr. Johnson, bro.
Yeah.
I get it. But like I think we need to highlight that more. We need to have more people stepping up. Like it can't be 50, 60, 65-year-old Pastor Johnson still doing stuff. Like he trying to do other things. Like he might trying to chill. Like we gotta have other people to pass the torch to and bring up the community. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's the ops. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna start saying that. Yeah, we're gonna pass the ops to us. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. The torch, yes, sir.
Yeah, but yeah, bro, that's definitely huge, bro. I think I don't know who the first person who was to like say like, nah, I want to work with the people from my city, but I feel like the talent that we have is undeniable. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, it's hard to want to branch out when we have so much in our city. Man, I can just be like, hey Pat, how you feel about this? Drake, I need a logo done. You feel me? Or I can just reach out to y'all instead of just searching on Instagram trying to find somebody that's reputable. I can reach out to you about music, just a topic about music or anything like that, and other people. So I feel like I don't know if it was just one person, but collectively we just was like, it's too much talent around us to not tap into it, you know. So
it's been really cool to see, man. It's been really cool to see. I know for me it changed after I did the live on Instagram when I was in Maryland. And I was literally just one night drinking wine, bro. And I had Mike, PJ, Ert, and like two other friends come on. And like
I remember that.
I'm like, I talked to them way more than I did at that moment in time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, shout out to you for that. I remember that day too, because I had to throw on the fancy shirt really quick. Uh, but yeah, man, I had to plug myself in.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro.
You told me then that we would all be doing what we're doing now, like just to see it progress just from then. That was only
like 3 years.
2020, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was only 2 years ago.
Yes.
And we all make them jugs, you know what I'm saying? doing things. So just in that short time, I'm ready to see what the next 2 years gonna look like.
Absolutely, bro. It's we have some big things in store. I already know. Our purpose is being fulfilled. Everything that we are trying to manifest will come into fruition when it does. You know what I'm saying? When the timing is right, when everything lines up divinely, our manifestations will come through. I strongly believe that because not only are we bridging the gaps, um, generationally, I don't feel like right now we understand the true value of what we're doing. I know I don't. I'm hard on myself sometimes. Very hard on myself. But yeah, I'm hard on myself, and to the point it like it's to a detriment sometimes. But I don't take the time to really appreciate everything that I do. And but I definitely do that for everybody else. So I give everybody their flowers. Sometimes I give myself my flowers. I try to. I don't know why, but just over the years, like I just push what I do to the side. But I like to give everybody else their flowers. But I think generations that are spawning right now, the ones that's in high school, middle school, who see people like us, I feel like now they're gonna collaborate even more. It's gonna be more unity in the city. So it's
I
gonna be dope.
figure out how to, be more visible
Yeah.
to that age demographic, because I mean I don't remember us having any tangible role models. We might see somebody in the street, but it wasn't nobody that we really could be connected to that, you know, did a podcast or something like that we actually like knew.
And we're gonna get straight into our favorite part of the program, and that is Fast Five. And so we're gonna do it a little bit differently this time, since it's three of us. So we're gonna each ask each other a question. We're gonna answer that, and we still have a minute to answer all five of these questions.
Thanks.
All right. So let's see if we can beat the timer.
Where do you have the most impact?
Through my message, through the podcast. And Pat, who do you have win it all in the NBA?
Golden State.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. Mike, top 3 features that you look for in a woman.
Okay.
Drake, my bad. Drake, my bad.
Pretty smile, good laugh, and also adventurous. So Mike, what's a book right now that can change the world?
Book right now that can change the world? Whew. It's a great question. I should say Power of the Subconscious Mind.
That's real.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And the question for the three of us, what keeps us motivated? And I'll start by answering that by the fact that if I get a new day, it's a new blessing to chase my opportunities, and I'm thankful for God for allowing me to see a new day.
My daughter, Bailey McKenzie Battle.
I definitely say my health for sure. Yeah.
And it's been the Fast Five. So did we beat the Fast Five? Of course not.
Because we don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah, of course.
We got it though. We got it.
Damn.
We got it. It's our first time doing it. So
it's gonna get fast one day.
Yeah. It's our first time doing it with three. So we, what I'm saying, we just had the idea out there, but over time we're gonna beat it. We're gonna beat it for sure. So I want to thank you again for being a part of this, bro. You're always welcome to be on the pod. I just want to close out by asking you what's next?
It's a great question, man. Wow. I got a lot of music things going on. I've released 2 EPs in the past 2 months from
Yes, sir.
August. We're in October. Until next time, EPs. I'm gonna do one more in December, and then I'm gonna chill out until next year when I release an album called well, I'm not gonna call it an album because there's something with sales or whatever where you're not supposed to drop albums until you're really ready to go.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be an EP, but I'm treating it like an album. I'm putting that
sure.
time. It's gonna be called a Bob Call Quest though. And that title itself, I gotta make sure I present myself correctly. So I'm focusing on quality right now.
Yeah,
Drake is, I've been sending Drake a lot of music or whatever.
Yeah.
Mike, you already know, bro. I got you.
yeah,
I think you would like Boom Bap personally. So check that out when you get a chance. But
definitely.
that's what's next for me. Figure out new ways to market this merch. Um, Trying to take the show to the next level and in-person interviews. I'm really trying to claim my throne as the journalist in the state. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real sit down conversation type shit. Put myself in the rooms with people. So that's why, Tia Kareen is somebody I really want to build a relationship with on some professional vibes, you know what I'm saying? And really have that human interaction on camera. Legitimate conversations is what I'm gonna call it. And then yeah, I'm gonna really sit down, I'm gonna really fund a videographer that have the lighting correct and everything like that to look official like Joe and Charlemagne. That's how I'm looking at.
Oh,
And I feel like I could fill that void, and it's just a skill I'm trying to sharpen. So, yeah, for right now, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Music and looking to push myself as a journalist. Also,
sure. Man, I want to commend you for even having those ideas, bro. And I can't wait to see that coming to fruition for real. And I'm gonna be there every step of the way. And y'all at home, stay tuned to Ares252. And shout out your socials.
oh yeah, I'm gonna just shout out Legitimate Industries, just showing them love. Legitimate Sound on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Well, Facebook is Legitimate Industries, but also Legitimate Sound on Apple Music. Over 50 playlists. You know what I'm saying? Can't
Yes,
even
sir.
count the hours. You feel me? But it's up there.
Yes,
Enough
sir.
vibes for a lifetime. That's what we got going on over there. Pass the
Yes.
Ox every week, Thursday and Saturday. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, come join the family, join the community.
Yes, sir. And make sure y'all shop the merch black and legit.
Yeah,
So
legitimatestore.com.
yeah.
Okay, support black
Need,
business.
need that merch.
Y'all all
Yeah.
black
Need
and
that
legit.
merch.
Understand
Yes,
me?
sir. Definitely go get some. Yeah,
Got a
y'all
black
make
box
sure
and a
y'all
legit. Yeah, get with it.
yes, sir, check that out. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro,
Y'all
appreciate
gonna do
you.
merch? Sorry, bro. Y'all
Uh,
gonna do merch?
dang, that's a he asked us what's next, Drake.
Okay,
There's another podcast. I'm not starting no podcast beef, but Her Work Matters podcast is live in effect. They just jumped off.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they on some merch out here in the streets already. So, I didn't know if that was in y'all, in the bag.
Definitely in the wheelhouse. Definitely in the wheelhouse. Actually, it's funny
I would
that you
love to wear
say
some
that.
Love Podcast merch too.
So, so
Sure.
hey, matter of fact, all I gotta say is stay tuned. You
Yeah,
feel
we can
me?
talk about it.
Yeah,
We can talk about
yeah,
it.
yeah. Stay tuned.
Y'all had the shirts. They made the picture I used for the
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't
You know,
think we lost.
Oh, I know y'all not. I ain't
yeah,
crazy now.
yeah. Mm,
I ain't crazy.
trying,
I know y'all
Yes,
got.
sir. We got
this time
something going.
around, trying to make sure it it stays. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I do it correctly. Business is right first and foremost, and I definitely want to make sure that we are maximizing both of our, I say, talents when it comes to this to the merch. So yeah, stay tuned. We definitely gonna have some flavors on the way, and so with that being said, till next time, remember it's all love, and we're out.